that's what I do.
Welcome to Coffee with Jackie, where we don't spill no tea. We just make the information nice and sweet. Welcome to Coffee with Jackie.
Hey, coffee beans. Welcome to Coffee with Jackie. It's your girl. So, I am going to try to apply this, the gold leaf on these candles. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to put it on the casing of the candle or if I just want to put it directly on the candle, just so I could take it off if I ever just want to use, you know, the just a candle without having butterflies on it. But I'm trying to figure, I mean, the candles were only, what, $5.49 at Hobby Lobby. They are scented candles, so they smell good. So that's why I was wondering, I might want to light them up one day. And I wouldn't be able to do it if they're if they have glue and stuff on them. Not sure, but let's see. I've never done this before, so yeah. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to try to figure it out. So I'm just going to take the casing off, because then I have to figure out how to get this thing off here. All right. It's so pretty. They smell good. So they smell so good. Like, it's called Springtime in Paris. They smell so good, guys. Like, so good. I like. Okay, so drink another cup of coffee. I also have my little butterflies that I'm going to put on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead on and start putting the butterflies on the candles. They are sticking pretty well. And I'm just making sure that I'm not going to put the same butterfly on the same candles. Most of the butterflies come in twos, so I'm just spreading them evenly amongst both candles. And making sure I spread them around the entire candle. I don't want a lot of butterflies, so this is actually working out great. So far I did 1, 2, and then I'll put another one over here. So I'm just going to continue to add the rest of the butterflies to both of the candles, making sure I choose mainly the gold butterflies, the butterflies that have gold in them. Of course, I feel like I'm going to have to use some of the other colors as well, just to fill it out and have some of the smaller butterflies on the candle. And we're gonna mess with this gold leaf. just tear the packet up. So we're gonna read the instructions here. No, imitation metal leaf can be used on wood, glass, metal, plastic, canvas, ceramics, most of the surface when possible, clean, smooth, sand surfaces before a leaf, apply thinner. Alright, so this is the metal leaf adhesive. Now it works on like metal and plastic and stuff like that. Don't know if it works on stuff like this. These butterflies are actually stuck. I just tried to pull one off and I couldn't pull it off. So the butterflies are stuck on here. And then I'm going to be using this Gorilla glue to make sure the stuff don't fall off. Hopefully it doesn't cake on, but I'm going to try to use that as a tack. Now they do have a metal leaf adhesive, but they have a metal leaf finishing glue where you can just smear it on top of it and make sure it doesn't come off. But that was $15. So I just said, you know what, I'll check to see how Gorilla Glue does and just let it dry, and hopefully it works out. Now I have no idea how to apply this as far as where I'm going to put it, but you know. So right now I just removed the protective tab that's on top of the metal leaf adhesive, and just checking to see if I have to cut a hole, which it already had a hole in there, and just gonna open up the metal leaf pouch and pull some of it out. This metal leaf stuff is so sticky, it sticks right to your hands or the gloves. So I just pulled some out and just closed the bag up so I don't have it all over the place. I wasn't trying to inhale it, wasn't sure if it was going to start floating in the air, but it pretty much stayed together. Just looking over the instructions a little bit more just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And then I just put the glue all over it, and my first mistake was using the glove to smear the glue around the candle, but it was working at first, and then I just started using my finger to pick up the gold leaf and put it on the candle, and it was actually working for a minute. It was actually working. You know, again, I told you I don't know what I'm doing. So if you see the gold leaf, of course, it's going to stick to the glove because I used the glove to add the adhesive. But it was working. And it was going on pretty easy. Again, like I said, I didn't know where I was putting it. I was just putting it everywhere on the candle pretty much. All right. And then I'm just going to put it around some more. And the more I put, I was kind of looking at it like, why is it so junky? So I picked up this brush that I had and started trying to mat it down a little more. And then I started using the brush to add the gold leaf on, and that was working better than my finger because the gold leaf started sticking to my finger a little too much, as you will see coming up in this video. And then I just add some more glue. Sorry for my arm keep getting in the way. And then of course I use the glove to smear the glue around the candle. And like you can see, the glue goes on white, but it dries clear, so you don't actually see the glue after a few minutes. And you can also see that the butterflies are staying. They're not lifting up or anything like that. They literally stayed on the candle without even budging. Even when I went to go peel it off, they stayed. I took a look at that Gorilla Glue can. That's what made me pick it up. And I was like, wait a minute, does that say highly flammable? Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea to put highly flammable stuff on the candle, especially if I think I'm going to light the candle, which I'm not. It's more of a decorative thing. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend using the Gorilla Glue on anything that you're going to light up since it is flammable. But I still added some more gold leaf, and I added all over the candle. And even the brush was getting a little clumped up from the gold leaf and the glue. And you can see the gold leaf is sticking to my fingers like crazy. But again, I still, this time I used the brush to smear the glue all around the candle the rest of the way. And I'm making sure I get all over the candle. And I decided to change the glove because they just became so sticky. It was sticking, my fingers were sticking to each other, and then sticking to the brush, and then sticking to the paper that was on the table. So it was just getting on my nerves, so I just changed out the gloves. All right, and once I got the gloves finally on again, I commenced to continue with putting the gold leaf around the candle. And sorry that I moved the candle a little far back from eye view of the camera. Yeah, and you can see it just instantly started getting stuck to my gloves again. I was just like, what in the world? A hot mess. But I still managed to take it off the glove and put it on the candle. And that didn't stop me. I still went on. It really looked a mess, but it still was coming out really well. I apologize, my arm is in the way. And again, I didn't realize the camera was not directly on the candle. And I'm trying to get this gold leaf off. And yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's still on there. And then I try to make it look a little smoother by patting it down. And all I did was get so much more on the glove than I anticipated. And then I started looking at this one here, and I started working on this one. And again, I started applying the glue around, but this time I just added the glue around the entire candle. So by the time I started to put the gold leaf on, the glue would be, a lot more tacky. Because they did say wait for the glue to tack before you start adding the gold leaf. And with the first candle, I didn't do that. So I just decided to add the glue around the entire candle this time. And I spread it evenly around, making sure every part of it had glue on it. And again, these butterflies did not move no matter how much the brush touched it. They did not move. And I was touching the candle and I just got frustrated with the gloves keep sticking. So eventually I just took the gloves off. And I was testing the gold leaf on my fingers to make sure. And I was like, you know what? Let me just use my fingers. I think I should be good with just my hand. So I'm just adding some more gold leaf on that first candle that is not in view. Now I'm working on the second candle, and things seem a little smoother this time once I took off those gloves. And yes, I do recommend that you put some type of paper or something down when you're dealing with this, because it's a lot of glue, and also that gold leaf, if you're on kitchen table, you probably have to be sticking to the tables and stuff. So you're definitely going to need something to cover up your surface. And so far, so good. And now I decide to finally put the candles in view. And I apologize. I'm left-handed, so my arm is always in the way of the camera. So I'm getting all the nook and crannies that I missed on the second one. I had to dump out a little more gold leaf. And it seems like I'm just putting so much on and clumping it on. But to be perfectly honest, once I realized you have to start brushing it off after you put it on, it kind of made sense. It started looking a lot nicer. So I started brushing it down and smearing it on a little better. And as you can see, it started looking a lot better. And it started smoothing it out a little more and adding on some spots that I missed the first time, and just wiping it down some more with the brush, brushing it down so it can flatten out and become a lot smoother. You can see a difference right there. And I started working on this one, start brushing this one down as well. Again, I take the candle out of camera view. There she go. Add some more there. I missed that part a little. This actually was a easy little DIY thing to do to the candle. I made it difficult in the beginning by using gloves, But yeah, just use your bare hands. So I also decided that I was going to put the casing back on. Just figure out how to peel off the labels on the front. I just put them in hot water and peeled off the labels, wiped them down. So voila, this is the final finished product. Pretty much what I was looking for when I was looking to buy candles. I paid approximately $20. That was for the glue, the gold leaf, and the candles, and the butterfly stickers. And they came out great. Looked like I purchased them from the store like this. Let me know what y'all think. Thanks for watching Coffee with Jackie. Bye-bye.